Hello, everybody. I am SS the Showstopper, and today is the 1st of November 2023. I hope I got it right. Now, for those in the local space would have known by now that dancehall artist Gully Bop have passed away. It's a sad situation because in the latter part of his timing, coming back in the social media space, he was gravely ill and he was seeking assistance from the public and stuff like that. He had a pastor who was behind him seeking crowdfunding. And when people start saying that he's a scammer and stuff, then the support started ceasing. And because of that, I guess he didn't get the support that he needs, the financial assistance that he needs to get back to good health. And because of such, he passed away. Now, I want to speak on the importance of family, the importance of family life, family planning. I'm not going to be long on this topic because I don't believe I'll be saying anything any of you have heard before or haven't experienced somewhat, whether it be through other person's life or in your personal life while growing up. When you are an individual and you become an adult and stuff like that, you are taught, if not then, by now, many persons are aware, most persons would be aware that it's important to take care of yourself, to take care of your health, to plan your life, rather than meeting someone, getting together, procreating, and that's it. It's a sad situation with Gully Bop because not only did he do what he wasn't supposed to do, he also had great substance abuse problem. He came to the scene in the mid 2000s when a video went viral of him freestyling or doing a cappella, a dancehall song rather. And because of such, his career came back to the front line. I think his name was Countryman before that. So for some strange reason, he seemed to have the luck of the Irish. He had the luck of the Irish. And he just always was in good favor of the public. So they always cater for him. A person who is working hard and trying to push his career didn't get half the limelight or attention or favor from the public that Gully Bop had. He was also known to have great substance abuse problem, in particular with crack and I think alcohol. And we all know that when you are on such dangerous chemical, it's going to affect your brain and it's going to cause mental illness. So we could safely say that he had a mental problem. You know, we have seen where Gully Bop has been disrespectful to several persons throughout the years, repeatedly, in particular with the woman who he was involved with, from Shauna Controller. I can't call her Shauna Chain because someone else has that name legally, because that's their government name, and so I can't call her Shauna Chain, Shauna Controller. He was very disrespectful to her and also to Amari, who we've seen is also unstable. However, that doesn't give him any right to go on several live and be disrespectful to these women, especially the fact that these women contributed to him and helped him in so many ways when he was down. They spoke about it and the public saw where they were assisting him in more ways than one when he was going through a lot. You understand? And no one can say it's a lie because I myself have seen it. A particular platform was a chat and laugh by, I think his name is, I don't quite remember that. I don't quite remember his name. And so he was on Buzz Chat and Laugh, right? And so when he came on Chat and Laugh, he was very disrespectful. He was speaking some nasty, caustic things about Amari. These are women that he was intimately involved with. And he was describing their anatomy in very, very caustic way. And because of such, it just was very unsettling for me because I don't believe in anybody doing that. But then we're dealing with someone with a mental illness. Not only that, a lot of women were in support of him and was cheering him on when he was doing this. And he was saying all of these things on Chat and Laugh. And because of such, he thought that it was okay family planning is extremely important. If you're not planning for a family, then you're planning for a disaster or a potential disaster. Yeah. We know the nuances that anything can go wrong. Kids can abandon you, this and that, and you raise them well. Yes, we know that. But at the end of the day, you want to plan for a family because guess what? It will strategize your future and it will shape your future in a better outcome. It's an unfortunate situation that he had kids who were grown adults. He was also disrespectful to his kids publicly. And he said things about them that a parent shouldn't have said about their kids. They, in return, came public and spoke about him, not supporting them, not raising them, or anything like that, not even knowing their full name. And so it's very unfortunate that that was the life of Gully Bop. You understand? He got so many chances. The public was always in favor of him. They were always in support. So even if he died down and as in his name, his notoriety wasn't circulating or trending anywhere, at the end of the day, he could rise like a phoenix and the public would still support and accept him. He could wow the crowd. He could get the public attention. And so that was his buena suerte. You understand? We're not going to take that from him. Unfortunately, when you take advantage of people's kindness too much, it's going to run its course. And it came to an end when you really need it the most. This is when your health comes into play. That's when everyone disappears. Throughout the years, persons have assisted Gully Bop. I've seen it. I've also heard about it. Many persons have seen it also. And while we saw what was taking place, we saw wherein he turned around and he disrespected them. Was he a kind individual? Yeah, based on the fact that he would give away a lot of things. He probably was too kind for his own good. But then again, it comes with being mentally unstable. You're going to give away a lot of things. You're going to behave erratic. You're going to be disrespectful. That's part of the game when you are mentally ill. However, if he had someone in his corner who was there for him in spirit, in truth, in physical, and they were there supporting him, being there, standing behind him with his finances, I don't think the result would have been this. But because a lot of people were there for gain, I personally remember, because I spoke about this before, being blocked from several pages because I said that if these people are serious about Gully Bop's career, they would have sent him to rehabilitation, not having him on a tour making money off his name and off his notoriety. But I was blocked. A lot of people came at me saying that I'm bad mind and I'm this and I'm that. But they unfortunately can't see way ahead. You see, when stupidity comes into play, you understand it's a dangerous cocktail for a fool. This was the result of what took place, and it's sad, but I saw it coming. You understand? They always say experience keep it at their school, but fools will learn in no other. We have seen so many persons with substance abuse problem and what has been the result of them. They have a terrible ending. So what makes any of you think that his ending would have been the same, knowing that it has already reached to a point wherein he was troubled, deeply troubled with mental issues? It matters not. And then again, maybe, just maybe, if someone came into his background and was there supporting him wholeheartedly, he probably would have shunned them. So you see, a person's tolerance will only have that much limit. So at the end of the day, there isn't much you could do to save a person like that. If his family isn't there for him because he wasn't there for them, you can't necessarily blame them. You will perhaps try to understand, but he himself would have to respect the fact that what you put in, that's what you get out. But he also lived with the mind frame that he was entitled to people's support. He was entitled to people's pocket and people's assistance. And it doesn't work like that. If you're very disrespectful and you're always getting support, yes, he's going to run with the mentality that you love him regardless. That's the reason you're supporting him. But everything has an expiration date. And Gully Bop help, assistance, notoriety, the empathy that the public had for him came to an end. And as soon as it came to an end, that was the end of him. So for those out there who are living do as thou will, be as selfish as you are, care only about yourself and not about others, this may very well be your ending also. You may not end up, turning to substance abuse or anything like that. But at the end of the day, you still need each other, because if I'm unselfish, that person needs to be unselfish. That person can't be thinking about, why am I selfish? They have to be unselfish. I need to be unselfish. That person out there need to be unselfish. You need to be supportive of each other, uplifting each other, being there for each other. But if you live your life as an adult wherein you're making children here and there, and at the end of the day, you don't care about them, you don't care about who you're procreating with, you're just living your life and doing whatever it is that pleases you, chances are you won't necessarily have a good ending. And it's not like you're going to die in your sleep, or you're just going to up and off and just disappear and you die. You understand me? Or have a peaceful death. A lot of time it comes with pain and long suffering. And that's a reality that whether or not you want to accept it, that's what it is. So had he take a different turn in his life or in his earlier days, most likely this wouldn't have been the result. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, man have it hard and man have it. A lot of times it's self-inflicted. You put yourself through hardship. If you're thinking only about yourself, you are going to encounter like-minded people who are thinking only about themselves. Even if you and them are friends, in quotes, they will only be there for their own selfish benefit. If you're a selfish person, you're going to meet people that are your associate, acquaintance, friends, but they are also going to be selfish individual. When you need them the most, they will hop out, they will disappear. Because you are what? A selfish individual. You understand me? Substance abuse is no joke also. The drinking I did an entire video on it. So if you guys didn't watch or didn't listen, there's only so much I can say. Substance abuse is very dangerous. So for those who are drinking the constant, the special and this and thinking that everything is okay because you're young, and stuff like that, after a while it's going to have an effect on the anatomy, because the body can only deal with that much amount of alcohol, that amount of poison. The body can only deal with that amount and so much. Everything has an expiration date. Everything comes with a limit. If it's even fruits you're eating, you don't get up and eat 6 mangoes. You don't get up and eat 12 because it's a sweet fruit and it's sugar. You understand? It's from nature, but too much of one thing good for what? Nothing. So clearly it's going to create a health problem for you. So it's the same thing with alcohol. It's the same thing with drugs. It's the same thing. Everything has a limit. And he decided to abuse it, and that was his end. There is much that we can speak on it. For those who want to give a biography on it, that's up to them, on the life of Gully Bop. I'm not here to do that. I'm just here to speak on what you put in the atmosphere or the universe. That's the energy that you're going to get back, which means it will come in the form of people. It will come in the form of transaction. It will come in the form of just about anybody that you encounter with, and anything that you are doing, your endeavor, it will be affected. So you have to be careful of the energy that you are putting out. If you're living a selfish life, it's going to come back, and that's it. That's just how the cookie crumbles. You understand? So I don't have much to say on it, but I'll just leave it at that. His life, his ending, rest in peace. I hope he has a much happier life in the next life that this one obviously could simply not provide him with. You understand? Thank you so much for your time. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.